Okay, hi everybody. I am here to talk about Uranium Energy Corp. I'm a technical trader. I go off indicators. I go off of price movement, price action. Not too much about what's actually going on in the world, even though stocks are they're very connected to fundamental analysis and what's happening in the world. And honestly, I'm in uranium stocks because of what's about to happen in the world. Uh, Keep it simple. The world is moving towards electric everything, particularly electric vehicles of every kind. Um, and the biggest problem we have with the current grid, the current power grid, is that we're having brownouts, blackouts constantly, and that's just with everybody being home on the internet. Now imagine, say in 2 3 years, when the majority of, well, not the majority, when say 10% of all cars on the road, all vehicles, buses, trains, all trolleys, all vehicles on the road are electric. Our grid will, it won't survive. It wouldn't survive. So we need nuclear, and people of the world need to be retrained on how safe nuclear is in order for this all EV world to become a reality. Everybody wants an electric vehicle. Everybody wants the Tesla, the Fiskars, and every new electric vehicle that's coming out, but they don't understand that the energy output for that kind of world would is dramatic. The increase would be dramatic. So that's why I'm here, because I understand, looking forward into the future, especially for America. America is the catalyst for the rest of the world, typically, normally, and we want to go all EVs. China want to go all EVs. The two biggest economies in the world want to go electric vehicles. Um, China and America plan on being 50% plus or 80% plus by 2030. So we need nuclear energy, and nuclear energy needs uranium. Uranium is the main uh, compound for to run a nuclear power plant. So, looking forward into the future uh, is how you make money. Looking into the new trends in the stock market, buying what's popular, what's happening now. You might make money quick in the quick term, but it's at a very high risk. So, if you want to be as low risk as possible, figure out what the next trend is going to be. One of those trends are green energy. Nuclear is considered green energy. I need to double check that. It's probably going to be bundled into it. The way the Biden administration is talking about it, the way the Obama administration, Joe Biden happened to be the vice president of, was talking about nuclear energy. It's exponential energy, and that's what the world needs. Um, the world is already shifting towards uranium as a whole. Even the countries that we once didn't trust, they're gonna have nuclear power plants themselves. Iran, Russia, North Korea, possibly before Kim Jong Un dies. I'm pretty sure that's what he's attempting to do if they don't already have one themselves. Every civilized nation in the world will have nuclear power plants running their country. So, with that being said, that is why I'm here. I'm looking forward into the next trend. The the stock I've had my eye on for probably since beginning of 2020, when it was. Let me get a precise price for you. I'm gonna do a few adjustments here as well. Stochastic, it's all over the place. I'll get back to that. Since I guess we need to go back that far. Since our, geez, since early 2020, I keep forgetting we're early 2021 already. Since early 2020, we had the March dip. I was probably looking at it around here. I didn't like the price of it over or around $1. Um, I wasn't really doing this kind of technical analysis back then either with Fibonacci retracements. I didn't learn Fibonacci retracements until a few months ago. So now I can see the precise um, price bounces off of these levels, these confluent levels. Right through here was a lot of chop and a lot of speculation. This was a downward trend anyways. Now we have an upward trend forming. And this is on the 1 day zooming out. No stock splits on this stock. Thankfully, I think it was just waiting for its time in the sun. We may have had some Obama moments, where Obama is promising nuclear energy to the world, letting Iran create theirs. Maybe in around the end of his tenure, yeah, right around here. That's where you get the spikes from. But now we're in a world where we actually need it. So if we zoom out, we get a better picture. I'll get rid of this for now. Come on. Oh my gosh. Why is it not selecting it? There we go. Get a better picture of what's going on now. We can call this absolute bottom, where you kind of hit that already, bounced off it. We're formulating now. What we're looking for here, we don't want to take the 1 week too seriously. But what we're looking for here is some slight downside. I would say I'm looking to add in. I added in now, but I'm looking to add in between 150 and 130. But we established the absolute bottom. Now we want to start creating. Well, especially on the 1 week, we want to start creating a trend line where we start moving our way up somehow, some way back to, say, this area here, 190 to $2. We want to hover above this 190, $2, say $2, and then we can start talking about being bullish. As there's a lot of confluence with the price action. These candles just represent price action. Is on the 1 week. Not a lot of volume to begin here, so I don't count this as even being a stock until 2010. Considering the volume didn't peak until this area. So looking forward from there, we can start making confluence lines with the price action. We made one there. That's where the volume's at right now. And then, yes, this counts, but nothing else. I like the bottom of that range and then the top of this range, and that's really it. So that we mark out these confluent ranges, and these are the numbers we're looking for over the course of time, next few years. We want to allow the uranium deals to go through all over the world. In particular, this is an American company. We want to allow the deals to go through with America. Biden to put out the new green plan, the new green deal. That includes, simply put, includes trillions of dollars coming into the energy market, and the energy market creating millions of jobs, which it will. Whether it's solar, hydrogen's looking forward. Look for my video talking about solar and hydrogen very soon, how important that is, and what stocks and the stocks that I am looking at that are considered very, very undervalued and low priced at the moment for what is to be considered the future of American energy and world energy. Besides those, energy is going to be big. Energy is going to be a big deal all over the world. It's the new fuel to fuel the new digital industrial revolution, which is happening before our eyes, which includes artificial intelligence. Besides that, we can look at the price action and what has happened in the past as an indicator of what's going to happen in the future. Now, we didn't have very much going for uranium from this point. So, and besides here, when Obama was talking about it, and from there, just been a lot of accumulation, consolidation, and playing the price action game amongst day traders, swing traders, yearly traders, however you want to see it, brokerages. So ultimately, we want to get price action to go above $2 and stay there for a while in a bullish pattern. From where we're at now with the indicators, the pink indicator here is the relative strength index. The strength of this move where we're currently at on the weekly is looking very tired. We hit $2 at what was it at? We were at 83 RSI, which is very high. The highest you can go is 100, and then we started curving down. Now, ideally, we want to come back to this area here and make another move up. But historically, I'll tell you what's happened historically, and I'll tell you what's going to happen differently. Historically, we'd come up and see this. It looks like a very similar pattern from in this area. It's called a fractal. But because if we're looking at fundamental analysis, because um, the sustainability of the promises that President Obama and his cabinet and Senate, House, whoever was in charge back then were making weren't sustainable. Sustainability wasn't, couldn't take it serious. We got more drops. They gave Iran their yellow cake uranium, but that had nothing to do with these American stocks, and they had nothing to benefit from it. So we dropped, and we go into a consolidation mode. The difference is we're like, as I mentioned before, we're going into a world where uranium and nuclear energy is going to be very necessary. So from here on, these stocks that can provide services, products, actual uranium or processing of uranium will start to grow, and you can see that within the indicators. This is on the 1 week chart. We have these lines here. We have the lowest, fastest moving line in the blue moving through the slower lines. That is a good indicator, and as you can see, it's in confluence with the move up. So as you can see, that's a good move up. So what I want to see here is the blue line to come back down. So we see price action coming back down as well, and have price action touch somewhere down in here, somewhere between 125, and in my mind we're going to come to 150. I'm going to keep my eye on this stock down to 150. 150 can bring us back down into this zone for a reset. We have the MACD moving average accumulation consolidation. We still have a lot we can move. That can change, as you can see, all time. We have a lot to go from here to here. MACD, very insignificant indicator in this case. I don't think we're going to see very much movement on the 1 week. So ultimately, price action, we want to see all these lines are the levels, and you can see the prices on the side. We want to break $2. Then we're going to channel, show you what we'll possibly do based on what we've done before. We want to come down here, break back up, consolidate, flag, break out, ultimately come back up to this level, touch it, we come back down, retest where we came from, test, flag here, flag is always good, break out, and we continue this same pattern over and over, however it goes. And you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like based on what we've done before. And I believe because a lot of the volume has come in the past few years, it's going to negate what has happened in the past. A lot of these people here with the green volume, they've probably sold somewhere here. A lot of sell volume over the middle several years up into the Obama administration, and then a lot of accumulation going on. A lot of people waiting for the right opportunity, long-time holders waiting for the opportunity. I wanted to wait for the right environment in order to buy in, and the environment is ripe for these uranium stocks. So ultimately we come here. We have a little bit of trouble here because we have a lot of volume and confluence here, and high price action, and then we come to this level at $5, and then after $5 there's really nothing left. There's really nothing left. So from where we're at now at $1.75, say we go back to $1.50, write this from my own notes. And we're looking at anywhere, let's just say we get to $7.50 for the all-time high. All-time high, we're going to see some news come in. Anytime we're at an inflection point or a pivot point with price action, we're going to see some good news. And I think there's a lot of good news left to be had in 2021, especially for the stock market. The U.S. government, the Fed, they're pumping trillions of dollars into the market one way or another in order to pump the market because the dollar is dying anyways. So why not pump the market? I think it's as simple as that when it comes to why the market is pumping. And at the same time, they're giving Americans free money. Or advances on their money, free money, however you want to call it, stimulus checks, and those stimulus checks are meant for the majority of people to spend their money and have it recirculate back into the economy, into the market. So that's where that idea comes from. So back to the price action, we look at if we're saying $7.50 is the top, we're gonna break that top. And we're gonna, let's say we get back to $1.50, that's 5 times your money. That's 400%. 400% increase on your money depending on how much you put in. You put in $1,000, that's $5,000 back. You put in 10,000, whatever. You put your stimulus checks in, you're getting a great return on your money. Where the banks at the moment, anyways, cryptocurrency is going to change this, but the banks are only giving you a penny, a tenth of a penny on the dollar. It's the biggest joke I've ever heard of in my life. So 400% at this point. That's just at this point. The market cap, let me get the market cap for UEC for you. I believe all these uranium companies are going to be worth billions, and the biggest ones are going to be worth trillions. UEC is currently at $1.77, is currently worth $352 million. That's very little, in my opinion. There's a lot that can go on, a lot that can happen between now and then. With the break of $7.50, that can catapult them to multiple billions of dollars, 5 times their market cap. You're looking at 1.3, $1.4 billion for a nuclear energy plant. I think, like I said, I think the top nuclear energy companies, I don't know which ones they are. I haven't done as much research as I should have. But the top companies are going to be worth $1 trillion. We're hitting $1 trillion market caps. Apple, Google, and imagine the leader in nuclear energy and uranium. They're going to be worth $1 trillion. It's just going to happen. So you're going to have several of these companies, smaller companies. UEC, 350 million is considered a small company. They're going to be worth a few $1 billion. I can't give you that estimate right now. In the next update, I'll probably give you an estimate of where it can go. You know what? I'll give you an estimate right now as to where we could possibly go. Let me see if I can get this right with this Fibonacci. And I still haven't given you the Fibonacci levels either. So I give you from the all-time high. I don't count $10 as all-time high, or 940, whatever it is all-time high, because that was initial low volume. Yes, it'll count in the market, but after $5, it's sky's the limit anyways. So why look at it? So each of these zones between the purple and the red, those are zones. The yellows with the red, those are the zones that you trade the pricing, because no price action is going to be exact unless you have all these other indicators. And here we have a little pit stop at $6 as ghost resistance, as I like to call it. And then after that, we're going to the sky. The sky's the limit. As far as where we can go, the only way we can do this right now is to measure from the bottom to, let's say, we're going to say, not that one. We measured this flagpole. This was the last flagpole we had. No, it's going to be the bottom one. Even though I say I don't like this volume. Well, that's a lot of volume. So we count this flagpole 1,400% on top of the all-time high. I don't, like I said, $9.40. That's gonna be crazy. But let's just do it from $7.50. So we have to squeeze this chart. 1,400%. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a task to fit this in. What is that? 750. Try to go somewhere right there. Yeah, see, it's hard. It's difficult. I'm only at 300%. So there are two measurements we can do. That leg, let's see how how high that leg goes. Reset the chart. See if we can get some normalcy back to this chart. We're talking 40. Yeah, we're talking 30 cents. It went from 30 cents all the way to $4. So we're talking about putting $4 on top of 750. We're looking at $11.50 for the next area, the next new all-time high potentially. On here we have $11.83. That's about right. So we're looking at $11.83 as a possible next all-time high. And I'm telling you, when we get back to all-time high, it's going to be even higher than that in a few years. It might take a few years to break the all-time high, but it will happen. It's a stock, and you're investing in the future of the country. This is how you do it. So that is my technical analysis for UEC, and I hope that helps. I'll bring up some more in the future. If you have any questions, you can find me at BEG Coins at Twitter, and you can also find my Discord group that talks about has a lot of different hidden gem. We talk about hidden gems for stocks and crypto, and daily crypto talk. Look on my Twitter for that handle or for that group. Thanks for listening, and hope this helps.